How's that? Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me here at Mayhem. How are you guys enjoying it so far?
It's pretty cool, everybody's got their routine, and which is really nice. We come in playing at 7 o'clock and killing it, and then we're done. Then what? Just hang out all day. That's good though.
How much are these festivals like rock and roll summer camp?
Uh, I don't know. It used to be like that. I think back in the Ozfest days. I think maybe and it's my first time doing Mayhem. I don't see any summer camp mentality here at all. I don't even know most of these bands. I don't know who they are. There's a couple of them, on the main stage, obviously Slayer, King Diamond, and Whitechapel, I know. Devil Wears Prada. But everybody else, I've never even heard of them before.
How would you say like the dynamic of festivals has changed over the years? Because I know there's so many, it's so hard for fans to decide which ones they want to go to.
I think the traveling festival is probably going to die, unless, some new bands emerge or something like that to start, unless they start branching out. I think they're going to just die because you can't compete with, you have all your radio stations coming up now, popping up, and they're putting on their festivals in their town, and it's all over. They call it, what is it, the loudest
World's loudest month.
You know what I mean? And it could continue on, with more stations that get behind doing that kind of thing, which I think is cooler anyway, because, the radio stations get fully behind it. They're pumping it nonstop. It's like feeding water to the masses. They're just soaking it in, and they're there. Every radio festival that I've been to has been fucking cool. Even in the States, they're picking up exactly what they're doing in Europe. Now, like in Europe, those festivals are part of culture now, and that's what needs to happen here. I think in today's climate, and whether it's money or the lack of interest from the public in music, because like you said, there might be something else in next month that you're saving up for. I think that's the way it's going to go. I think the traveling summer tours are a gamble, man. The promoters, if they're putting a lot out on the line, and there's a lot of competition. And like I said, you can't have the same bands coming back every year or every other year. It's just like, oh, really, pizza again? You know what I mean? It's just stale. So
absolutely, it's been some of the complaint with fans. It's like it's been overkill with certain things.
Mm-hmm. It's the same bands, man. I think I was expecting this year to have, Slipknot again, on Mayhem or something, I know it's always like Avenged Sevenfold or Slipknot and Five Finger and, who else is out there?
Korn.
It's just very little bands that are available unless you're going to just keep feeding them and force feeding them. And then you get to the point of like, well, fuck this, I'll just do it myself. That's what Ozzy did.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it's got a lot of bleak future. The traveling tours.
No, I can definitely see that.
Even like when you're not on like a tour like this, you really need a strong package nowadays. It's like we refuse tours left and right, and with bands that have buzz, because we want a fresh look. We need you know what I mean? We need bands that are going to make the show exciting and not be, just like stale.
Absolutely. Well, definitely, you guys have to make the right decision for you as to what's going to be the best move for the band.
We worked so hard in the past 2 years to turn this steamboat around, from the stigma that's been with it, with the Southern party metal thing that, I worked my ass off to kill, with our new record. And, We all did, you know, me, Chad, and Vinny both, you know, all three of us just went in the studio and just crushed it with this record. And this is the path we want, and we want to stay clear from anything that we were lumped in before, but we're also very open to new ideas, getting, you know, other bands that might not seem to be in the same genre. I mean, it's cool to branch out a little bit and give a wider audience, different new fans, you know what I mean, type of a thing. So
Absolutely. I mean, as a fan, I know I was really surprised, like when I, you know, had seen you guys years before, and then right after Blood for Blood came out, and it was like watching an entirely different show and an entirely different feel to just the environment.
it was, you know, this wasn't, you know, when me and Chad first started this group, just had this idea for this band, just, you know, the Alcohol and Asses and Stampedes and Blood and Band of Brothers type of stuff. I mean, Band of Brothers had music. War and Me, that song off of Band of Brothers, was probably like the kickstart, you know, the future of where we were going. But, you know, it wasn't what I had in mind. You know, I didn't like any of that stuff. You know, I thought that the writing was stupid. It was dumbed down, and it wasn't what I was about, you know, and I had to keep a lot of that to myself because I'm only one guy. Yeah. But when we parted ways with Greg and Bob, I was like, you know what? Fuck this, man. You know, I've got a fucking vision musically for this fucking band that I had from day one, and I have not realized it yet. And now I have nobody here to cock block my fucking vision. So, adios and hello to the new fucking phase. And that's exactly where we're going, and we're happy, and everybody's fucking doing great, man. Happier than we've ever done, man. It's a lot of fucking changes.
I think they're wonderful too. I'm just, it just sounds amazing. And you know, what is next in store for the band? I mean, obviously you're on Mayhem now. I mean, obviously still touring behind the success of Blood for Blood. What's coming up next? Are you gonna work with the same producer, maybe?
Yeah, we're gonna finish this tour, take 3 days off, literally, and then go to New Zealand, Australia, and then Japan. And then we're going to finish Japan and fly home on September 10th or 9th. And then I am going to start writing full on. I'm starting to mine for riffs. Yeah, I'm trying to find hooks and stuff. But it's so hard for me to do that when I'm out of my environment that I like to write in, you know, and I don't like writing on the road. You know, I'm distracted by everything around me. You know, I like to be at home, you know, on the water when there's nothing there but the sound of home, you know, and that's not saying I can't do it, but I'm going to wait until I get home to, like, really immerse myself into fucking writing, and then we're going to start working with Kevin in October. Nice. Hopefully have something done by December, January, and then release it first quarter next year, man. It's nonstop.
That's so exciting. I was going to ask, too, how much, you know, environmentally that becomes a character in the music, too, because I've heard so many bands say based upon where they write something, that becomes, like, the overall theme or kind of, you know, where the ideas are generated.
Mm-hmm. I'm influenced a lot about, you know, from like I said, my environment and home, and that's where songs like Moth and Hush and Blood for Blood and everything on the new record was written, you know, at home. You know, I mean, I had some stuff, you know, that I prepared with Vinny in Texas and with Kevin in the studio. But, you know, I think the turnaround is so fast nowadays, man. You really have to, you know, you can't take a fucking year off.
No, I feel like the fans are like clamoring, going, all right, where is it? Like, where's it?
Well, we live in such a fast food society, and people need instant gratification, and it's not fair for us. And, you know, it's weird because I think, you know, I would like to actually not make any full records anymore.
I would just do single.
I would just do single every 2 months.
They're doing it now.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
And I think after we are done with our obligation with our current, you know, record deal and stuff like that, I think that's something I'd like to explore, you know, because you can constantly tour and you can, like, release a single or two every quarter or something, and the fans will get it, you know what I mean, as long as it's fucking good, you know what I mean. That's part of the problem. People didn't want to pay money. A lot of them are just fucking assholes,
They're
and they're just
happy with it too. They're like ready to download just that one single and not even look at the rest of the album anyway.
well, that's what I mean. You're just a fast food society, and it's unfortunately that's just the way of the world right now. There's nothing. Everybody keeps talking about. Well, they did this. Well, they did that. Well, no. It's evolving. Technology, and that's where the music is going. I think what was it? I was just watching something the other day, like when iTunes emerged, CD sales dropped that year alone when it was released, just in iTunes, 70%.
Yeah, because now no one can sell a single for more than $1. And like it's too much. He set the bar for that 99-cent single, and that was just where it was.
Per song, yeah. So, it's kind of like, all right, well, let's adapt to that. And that's what I think I want to do. I want to have a good conversation with the boys about that and figure out, it's down the road.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of things that, bands can do to just keep themselves above water. You don't need a lot of things that you think you need. You really don't.
No, that's very true.
I mean, look at bands like Clutch. They have their own label. They release records every couple of years. And
Killing it.
They're killing it.
Absolutely.
I know I'm friends with them, and I know what they're doing financially, and it's fucking pretty impressive.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely. He's definitely one of my favorite people to like talk industry with because
Is that Paul?
yes.
John Paul?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me. I appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of Mayhem. Definitely, we look forward to seeing you guys again.
Sitting down playing with my gimped out leg.
What is it with rockers and hurting their feet and legs lately?
I don't know. It's the year of the broken leg.
Well,
Thank you.